Jillian, thank you. Well, your kids are about 3 weeks into their summer vacations, which means they have probably spent a lot of time inside in front of the TV or on their computer or video game, and you probably feel like you should do something to limit that time. Well, Beth Granger with UnitedHealthCare is with us this morning to talk about that. And Beth, I know a lot of parents feel guilty about this. Are there some guidelines they should shoot for?
Yes, really just setting up a schedule, right? Because we definitely want to allow them to have some fun during their summer. Sure. So if you can definitely involve the children, set up a schedule for what time they would spend on the screen playing video games or whatever other activities they like to do on the computers and their tablets and their phones. So just they have guidelines for ages.
Okay.
So they look at 2 to 5-year-olds, they recommend about 1 hour a day. And then at 6 and up, they really just recommend having consistency in a schedule. So make it consistent. Don't just every day change it up.
Right.
Just these are the guidelines, but involving them in the decision making and having them help decide makes it a little bit easier, because then they're going to buy into it a little bit more and more likely to have less fights and arguments.
Sure.
When it comes time to getting off the computer.
And we've all had those fights and arguments. And something else that I notice from time to time is there might be a need for a break, because you kind of get that, you see that look on their face that, oh, I've been playing this video game for a long time, and maybe as a parent we should give them a break. So what do you say about break time?
I definitely recommend, so for their overall health and their brain development, moving them away or stepping away from the screen or the video game. So if they're having a game session, maybe set it up where frequently they're going to have games. So if you've negotiated 3 hours a day, maybe if they've played the game for 30, 40 minutes, then you're going to say, okay, if you're doing an hour in the morning, we're going to, in between 30 minutes in or after your first game's over, then we're going to get up and move around, do something other than be on the screen, take a walk, play some football.
Yeah, get outside, be active.
Yes.
And that's good advice no matter what we're talking about, I find, in parenting, is to have a schedule. Do something and do it consistently, and that helps everybody out. Beth, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good advice.
Thank you.